Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. You can tell things are moving smooth in China again. I'm really starting to get in a bunch of watches, and I mean a bunch of them. I got about 8 of them to show you. All of them pretty simple, easy-going ones. Every now and then we throw in a brand new Android's flagship watch like we just recently have. So make sure you stick around. But you learn a lot by looking at these little ones as well. What we have in here from Haylou is called the Solar, and it's in a black box appropriately for something called Solar. Comes to us from Gearbest, and it's 12 sport basic smartwatch, fitness watch that's under 40 bucks. Check the show notes, and right now it's on flash sale. If it's not, we'll have a coupon for you. I am going to show you this a little bit later on. The specs are pretty light on this one, but I just had a hoot reading through this one. But I'm going to save it for the end because I know you guys want to see the watch. We'll touch a little bit on it. It's just amazing. The English, I don't know. The companies have all these English-speaking marketing reps on staff, but they really should loan them out to the PR department for writing their scripts. Hilarious read. Okay, we open the box. We reveal inside the watch, and I wish the screen were as bright as the little overlay was. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't taken it off yet. But wow, that's impressive. Here it is, the watch, the Solar, and it is a very nice build watch. They've gone with the matted black border here. Of course, you can get this in different bands and different colors. There's a single button, charging ports, a little intersection here that has the diodes, it looks like, for all of the heart rate measurements and whatnot. And it's covered in glass. The whole thing is. Very nicely sealed together. Looks like it could definitely be waterproof. Inside is a user's manual, the charging cable, which is a 2-pin kind that magnetically... you notice every single time I get it wrong? That shows you that I don't open these up and plan ahead. It's live, you know? Reality TV. Not quite strong enough to hold the watch. No, but it certainly will hold it in place, so when you charge it, you can do that easily. You can tell the bands are removable, and they'll lay flat with the charger on it, either face down or face up when you charge it. And pop them out, and you can trade them off. It looks like a curve in here, doesn't it? That's interesting. Is the pin curved? Wow, I have not seen that before. So it might be that you're not going to be able to change the bands unless you get a really specialized curved... I'll put it back in a minute. Wow, never seen that before. All right, let's go through the manual quickly. The Haylou Solar Smartwatch User's Manual. Here it is, the basic functions, and there's that special QR code. You can actually scan it if you want to with your phone and call up the Google Play Store and download the Haylou Fit app, or you can use the show notes section. We got all kinds of stuff in the show notes. You really should look there. Then there's some more information in the manual and the next page, basically how to use it. That's how to swipe back and forth and around. Touch-sensitive screen, button. Yeah, it's all there. And on this side, more information. Okay, more functions, how to charge it. Notes and basic stuff. And a warranty card capability as well with this one. So, as usual, I'm going to charge it up, put it back together. We'll turn it on and walk through what it can do. So a simple press on the button, press and hold, waiting, there, vibration, the intro word. And there, again, is the QR code that you can scan for the app. So they really want you to be able to get connected with the app. You can add Haylou Solar to your app, apparently. And, wow, that's it. Okay, looks like we got to go to the app. So this one uses a new app. It's called the Haylou Fit. If you go to the Google Play Store, there's 2 different ones you want to fit. Or, of course, just go down to the show notes below and click on the link. It'll take you right there. But through the Google Play Store, it goes into here. And when you actually get to the app, and this is where it gets interesting, you get a login page. Not unfamiliar, except there's no place to create an account. You can log in with an email address and a password that you've already set up. I tried. I haven't set one up, so I don't get anywhere. Or I can switch to mobile phone, and I could put in my phone number and the password and get in. But again, I haven't set that up yet. So toggling back and forth doesn't help. I can go to QQ, which is a Chinese equivalent, I believe, of like Facebook, or I could use Facebook to log in. But I'm not using Facebook, so I'm not going to set it up to log in that way. So as for me, I'm kind of stuck. Well, you're going to love this part. So I got back to China and told them the situation, that I couldn't review the watch because I couldn't get into the watch. And they did. They traced it back to the fact that, yes, the app does not work on old, small, square kind of phones, or any of the new cheap phones that don't have enough screen resolution. It turns out that, well, you're going to see it here in a second, it just doesn't scroll properly or fit properly on the phone. So their solution, get a more modern phone. Get a phone that's long and thin, and it's going to work for you. My solution is to give you guys a do not buy recommendation on this watch if you don't have a phone that's adequate to tether, or you're not going to be able to get in your watch. Really bad situation. Never seen anything like this. So I've got my new phone here, and this is the Google Play Store where you would go in and connect into the same app, Haylou Fit. Now let me show you this. Here you go. The exact same page we had before with 3 different changes. Below login, now I have an account registration area or a forget password. And down here, they took off Facebook. Folks, this is exactly the same app from exactly the same Play Store, exactly the same version on 2 different phones in the United States, and they render completely differently. Insane. So, what happens when you go into account registration? You get a page like this, and now you can fully set the thing up using a mobile phone or your email address, create the password, and then you got to get a verification code. You got to get that back. You got to put it in. You got to go through a lot of ramifications just to get yourself set up and registered, but you actually can. Wow. And here's an interesting piece I just discovered. See, I logged out of my account so that I could show you what it looked like to create an account and log in, and the watch was working fine. But once I logged out, it dropped back to this mode, so I cannot use the watch at all unless I'm actually logged into an account on my phone. So over here, I'm logging back into my account, which should tether this now to the phone, and let's bring it over here. I'm going to say next. There's that. And it's supposedly logging in here. Device. Select bracelet. Oh, I got to go through the whole thing all over again. Okay. Here we go. Haylou Solar. Connecting. Yes. And finally, I'm connected successfully. And theoretically now, it should have adjusted the time to match, and I can change it, and it already did, with all of my settings back to AM, PM instead of 24-hour. Wow, 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 wow. And now we're in the app, so there's all kinds of things you can adjust, and you get to finally get a chance to see the watch. So what does it look like? It's really bright. It's a nice watch. You got temperature up at the top. You got basic things here on this watch face. You got all these different control settings and brightness and do not disturb and find your phone. And when you go into settings, you can change watch faces here, and you've got a few different ones. I know, we spent a lot of time on all that other stuff, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Other things in settings, the brightness, about, power off, and reset the whole watch if you want to. When you go left, you get this take a break thing, which is kind of a breathing exercise, a 1 or 2 minute one you can start. You got your overall weather in centigrade or Fahrenheit, and I've changed it to Fahrenheit, of course, for me. And then your last night's sleep time information is in here, and your overall heart rate, which I guess you can leave on and see what zone you're in. And then that takes you to your step count and finally loops you back to your time. So a lot of things going around this way. And when you go up, you get a lot of the same stuff here shown in like an app drawer, including your notifications, music setting, your overall settings we looked at, and more, which is stopwatches, countdown. The breath training is there as well. So yeah, you have it in a lot of different places. What can I say? The watch is really bright. Definitely going to be viewable outdoors. It's really thin. It looks nice on the arm. And let me show you a little bit of the data collected on the app, because I did that yesterday. Well, it turns out once you do get into the app, there's very limited information. This is like a work in progress, this app. It really is. You get your weather forecast at your location right up here, and you have 3 panes. Your step count with associated distance traveled and calories burned, your heart rate recording, and your sleep record. And that's it. Nothing else. So I got a couple of things in here. Nothing from today, but go back to yesterday. You'll see it will tell you when you're walking, how far you've walked and the calories that you've burned. It hasn't been fully translated to English yet, so you've got this information here that takes you into that specific thing, right down to your heart rate and the number of steps and a deeper detail of all of that. And that's about it. I guess if you run it long enough, you get your pace as well as your heart rate information. So it's got potential. Each of those are separate events that are in here, and then there's a bar chart, and there were some from the day before. So all of that is there, week, month, daily summary. You can export this stuff, and that's all of your step count, related specifically to step count. Heart rate now, not happy about this one. Here I am for today. It's telling me some basics in here that don't apply because I haven't worn it all day. But let me take you back to yesterday and the day before. And you see this window from about right here to right here? I had the band off then. I wasn't wearing it when it tells me that my heart rate was 89 and 76 and 82. I put it back on, and these are some of the jiggles that I'm getting, but it's telling me overall the zones that I was in, the percentage of time of the zones that I was in, and the band was off my arm there and over here as well. This whole section wasn't wearing it at all. I believe that's way late at night, and nonetheless I'm getting 59 and 56 and so forth. So not happy to see realistic data inappropriately listed during a time frame that I'm not wearing the band, and coming into the overall calculations that I might be basing a fitness routine around. You take that to where you want to. I'm showing you the raw data, and I can attest to the fact that nobody was wearing this band during some of that period. And then there's the sleep record, which if you don't wear it, you don't get any sleep. That's nice. Here's the night before, total 4 hours and 33 minutes, broken into deep, light, and awake. A little bit of sleep quality analysis. Notice there's no REM measurements on here. You usually need to have like the red diodes and some other stuff to be able to do what they call scientific sleep and calculate your rapid eye movement, your REM sleep as well. But you can get summaries by week and by month of what your sleep quality looks like. And that's it, just those basic things. No blood oxygen, no blood pressure, no ECG, no Lorenz scatter diagrams, no sleep apnea reporting, step count, heart rate, sleep record. And you can turn on or off those two. So if you just want a band to do step count, folks, you got it with this app, as long as you get a long, wide phone that you can have a place where you can create an account. Yeah. Wow. All right. So let's summarize. we're looking at a really nice thin smartwatch that's very picky about what it will tether with as a phone, and is totally dependent upon being tethered to a phone that requires you to create an account, set it all up, and sign in before you can even gain access to all the things you're looking at, even to tell the time. And with that, we'll wrap it up for the Haylou Solar. Appreciate you being here. If you stuck all the way to the end, wow, you're a trooper, and maybe you're really interested in this watch. So if you are, check it out at Gearbest. These guys brought it to us. Great company. They don't know what they're getting. Well, they do, but I mean, you know, sometimes they they are as they are. Check the link in the show notes down below. Should pop you over to this buying page from whence this came. Maybe it'll be updated and somebody will have done some editing on it. If not, hey, it's a fun read on your own leisure too. That's the source for it. Alrighty, gang, we are done. Thanks for being here. We'll see you again soon.